It's Tiffany's content. We have breaking news. Tropical storm Erin has now formed in the Atlantic, okay? And we also have some breaking news in the United States with that flood that we had over the weekend. It was horrible in Wisconsin, Milwaukee, where I'm from, okay? My hometown, my family was safe around there, and we're just still worried about the rainfall. We still have a lot of rainfall there. It's still flooding there, but after today, it should dissipate and everything should try to go back to normal, okay? But you just want to be aware, we also have flooding in the Gulf of America, okay? That can take place, okay? So right now, I'm showing you the severe weather for today and the next few days that'll be coming out of Texas, going into Oklahoma and Kansas, okay? So you want to be aware of that in the Gulf of America and even South Carolina and North Carolina, okay? Right now, you're looking at the current satellite imagery, and you're going to see that it's already bubbling up down there. It's already sprucing up some storms, okay? So it's nothing to play with when you see these on the radar, on the satellite, on the imagery, whatever you want to call it. When you see this, that means that can be severe weather, flash flooding, things like that can take place. You see the heavy rainfall coming right into Kansas, going through Missouri right now. There's also lightning in the lightning map. Those are thick lightning bolts right above our head. So you just want to be aware of that. And I've heard that they've been coming down strong. We've heard them in the state of Florida. And I've also heard that in Wisconsin, they were very loud and strong, very impactful. So you want to see that. When you see those thick clouds above your head, it can be rainfall, it can be lightning, it can be thunderstorms, okay? And right now on the current satellite imagery on the gold star, you're going to be able to see that, okay? And I'm just going to show you a few more models just so you can see that it's coming out of Oklahoma, even in Texas, going into Kansas, and even some in Nebraska, okay? So you just want to be aware that Central Plains is still on alert with all that friction in there. You got some cold air coming from the west and the north, okay? You got some hot air on the east coast, and then the Gulf of America still have that blob down there we saw over the weekend, the extra large supercell, okay? That hammered Florida over the weekend, okay? We had a lot of rainfall over the weekend. I didn't see a lot of flooding too much that was that impactful because it was off the coast. But take a look at Texas and Louisiana. It definitely has some lightning and thunderstorms over there, and that's where that is headed. Now going into the tropics, okay, on the eastern Pacific side, Henriette actually turned back into a hurricane, okay, right above Hawaii, giving it some, feeder bands and rain, okay? But tropical storm Erin has formed, okay? So right now I am putting the Caribbean on alert, okay? Just so that you know that it will be going like towards the Puerto Rico area and going even up as far as Bermuda. But it did form, by CABO VERDE, and you'll be able to see some images here. We're definitely taking a look at that here. You're going to see that it's definitely impactful. It's definitely trying to take an impact on Bermuda. You'll see exactly where those storms are trying to form and head, okay? So you just want to be aware of that. I'm going to show you Zoom Earth. It'll give you a little bit more detail of exactly kind of where those storms, where it is now. You see it formed off of Cabo Verde, and it's definitely was a 35 miles per hour. Now it went up to 40 miles per hour. It is still moving slow, okay? But it's definitely out there. It's going to tighten up, get a better spin. It does have a lot of rainfall in there, but precipitation in there. You see those thunderstorms and lightning in the red and the yellow there, and even some of those purples, okay? But it's going to pick up to a Hurricane 3, okay, a major hurricane. And I'll show you that also on Zoom Earth. We're just taking a look and trying to see the path, okay? It's still a little new to start forming, so we don't know exactly the quite path after it gets like as soon as it reaches the islands. We just don't know right now, but we know that it definitely will be that Guadalupe area, that the top of the Caribbeans, okay? So you just want to be aware, and that Puerto Rico is over there. Then you also have 96L above there, okay? Now that's out, hopefully that's out into sea. There's another one out there as well too. It's Disturbance 3. I'll show you that in a little bit, but we definitely have a lot of things over there, and it's all, trying to spruce up to a major hurricane. Now this is Disturbance 3. That is, right across from New York if you're looking at it on the mesoscale, basically in the ocean and right across. So basically that can mean, even earthquake activity, okay? When you don't have something forming but you got something there, you just don't know. The grounds are shaky. But Bermuda is right over there. We are putting Bermuda on high alert for this Hurricane Erin, okay? It's right now, it's Tropical Storm Erin, okay? And it is at 45 miles per hour, okay? It formed about 10:40 a.m., okay? But it's still breaking news because we still have it like into play at 50 miles per hour. You'll see it later on in the day, and then it'll start picking up a little bit more speed, and then it looks like tomorrow or even Wednesday, it'll start to form as a Hurricane 3 at 115 miles per hour, it looks like, by August 16th. But again, don't get caught up with the dates, okay? Just understand that this can happen. You see Guadalupe over there. You see Puerto Rico over there, Anguilla. So remember that this can be very impactful for a lot of people, okay? We have a lot of islands over there. We also have Puerto Rico, that's part of the United States. We have Bermuda that's under high alert because Bermuda could be that storm that it goes directly over it, or it could be just a Bermuda storm. But right now it's looking like a Hurricane 3 at 115 miles per hour. So that is very fast, that is very strong, lots of wind, lots of hail, and lots of thunderstorms. Keep watching this while I just introduce myself to the other YouTube weather guys and gals out there. I just want you to know that I am here and I am in business. We all can share this space, and you know, just making sure that we have our weather community an extra eye out for them, okay? This is no competition. This is no who degree is better than the other degree. This is just me in action, okay? So just get used to it. I'm here. I've heard a lot of things and I watch a lot of people's channel, but just get used to it. And I also like some of you guys. So it's Tiffany's content. Like, share, subscribe. Thank you.